Hello traders, this is Dr. Zain Agha from zwinner.com. I hope you made good profits last week trading the news, and I have news for you, my recommendations for you for this week, starting the 31st of July, ending on the 4th of August. So there are quite a few news this week, and it presents opportunities for us to make some good money. First, the disclaimer. Forex trading carries high risk. Do not trade with the money you cannot afford to lose. This is for educational purpose only. I am not a financial advisor, therefore I will not be responsible for any loss incurred. Please trade on a demo account first until you are confident. Now, on Monday, there isn't any special news, nothing special, only from China, which we do not trade. And on Tuesday the 1st at 5:30 a.m. London time, we have the interest rate coming out of Australia. The present interest rate is 4.10% and is expected to be raised to 4.35%. If it comes out at 4.5% or more, then you need to buy the Australian dollar. If it goes down to 4% or less, then you need to sell the Australian dollar. And then at 3 p.m. on the same day, we have from USA the ISM manufacturing PMI. Now, the present one is 46 and is expected to be 46.9. If it comes out at 50 or more, then you need to buy the US dollar. If it comes out less than 45, then you need to sell the US dollar. And then also at the same time, you have the JOLTS job openings. Now it's expected to be 9.61 million jobs as against previous 9.82. So the job openings are less than previous, so it depends what it comes out. If the data comes out 9 million or less, then you need to sell the US dollar. If it comes out more than 10 million, then you need to buy the US dollar. Now at 11:45 p.m. London time, from New Zealand, you have the employment change. So the previous one was 0.8% and expected to go down to 0.6%, which is not good for the New Zealand dollar. So anyway, if it comes out more than 1%, then you need to buy the New Zealand dollar. And if it comes out less than 0.5%, then you need to sell the New Zealand dollar. Also keep an eye on the unemployment rate. The previous unemployment was 3.4% and now it's expected to rise to 3.5%, which is not good for the New Zealand dollar. If the actual comes out at about 4% or more, in that case you need to buy the New Zealand dollar. And if it comes out 3% or less, then you need to sell the New Zealand dollar. Then the next day, on Wednesday the 2nd of August at 1:15 p.m. London time, you have the ADP non-farm employment change coming out. Now this used to be a good news to trade, but recently, for quite some time, it's not a tradable news really, because the traders are waiting for the non-farm payroll coming out on Friday after 2 days, on Friday the 4th. So the traders don't take much notice of this change. And then at 7:30 a.m. on the 3rd of August, we have the CPI monthly coming out from Switzerland. Now it's expected to come out at minus 0.1% as against 0.1% previous month. If it comes out at 0.5% or more, in that case you need to buy the Swiss franc. If it comes out less than minus 0.2%, then you should sell the Swiss franc. Then at 12 o'clock, United Kingdom, we have the MPC official bank rate votes coming out. Now, the first digit, 7, is that 7 members are going to say to increase the interest rate. None of the members will say to decrease the interest rate, and 2 of the members would say to keep the rate as they are. And the same thing happened last month. 7 members said to increase the interest rate, and 2 said to just keep it where it is. Anyway, let's see what it comes out. If it comes out, if there are more members saying to increase the interest rate, then you need to buy the British pound. And but then you have also at the same time, you do have the interest rate coming out, which is expected to come out at 5.25%. The present interest rate is 5%. So if it comes out at 5.5% or more, then you need to buy the British pound. If it comes out 5% or less, then you need to sell the British pound. And then at 1:30 a.m. on the same day, August the 3rd, from USA, you have the unemployment claims coming out. Now, the previous month, the unemployment claims were 221,000. It's expected to go up to 223,000. That's not good for the US dollar. So, if the data comes out as 225,000, then you need to sell the US dollar. If it comes out at 200,000, then you need to buy. Yes. If it comes to 200,000, then you need to buy the US dollar. And then at 3 p.m., again from the USA, we have the ISM Services PMI coming out, expected to be 53. It's same like last month, 53. But if it comes out 55 or more, then you need to buy the US dollar. If it comes out at 50 or less, then you need to sell the US dollar. Then on Friday, the 4th of August, we have the news from Canada at 1:30 p.m. This is the employment change. Now, the employment change, the previous employment was 59.9K, and the present one is looking very, very bleak. It's 15.5K. So that's not good for the New Zealand dollar. Now, if it comes out at 60K or more, then you need to buy the Canadian dollar. And if it comes out at 12K or less, then you need to sell the Canadian dollar. Also, keep an eye on the unemployment rate. The present unemployment rate is 5.4% and expected to go up to 5.5%. So that's not a good sign for the Canadian dollar. So if it comes out at 6% or more, then you need to sell the Canadian dollar. If it goes down to 5% or less, then you need to buy the Canadian dollar. But the most important news is coming out at the same time, 1:30 p.m. London time, is the non-farm employment change. This news is the daddy of them all. And this news moves the market very, very sharply up or down. So the previous one was 209,000, and the present expected one is 200,000. So, which is still not good. Now, if it comes out 220,000 or more, then it's a good opportunity to buy the US dollar. And if it comes out less than 190K, then you need to sell the US dollar. At the same time, keep an eye on the unemployment rate. Unemployment rate is also the same like the previous one, 3.6%. And if it comes out at 4% or more, then you need to sell the US dollar. If it comes out 3% or less, then you need to buy the US dollar. But you must make sure there's no contradiction between these two, the non-farm employment change and the unemployment rate. So this is something you have to keep an eye on. Now, I hope this week also you're going to make good money. Just trade as advised, and so hopefully see you next week, and see you again. And just let me know if you made good money last week and this week and coming weeks. So take care, have a nice week, and bye-bye.